We are talking about the impact adoptions have on your biological children in the home. So Michelle, take it away. Tell us a little bit about how that impact happens with these biological kids.
Yeah, it's interesting because that is like the number one thing that people ask, and yet there's so little information out there and so little support for bio kids. But I'm super excited because there is some newer research out. Jana Hunsley from the Karen Purvis Institute did her dissertation on this very topic. And so combination of her, going back and looking through all the research and then her research herself, she really put together what's important, what's not important. Okay. And the things that we tend to think are most important, birth order, the age difference, all of that, the age of the child we adopt, those things didn't actually matter at all. What was most important was really about the relationship you already have with your kids and communication, healthy communication. So she talks about that kids who are in families where their opinions are asked about, valued, and that what they think and say is important, that is the most important thing. So she really encourages, before you even start, ask your kids, how do they feel about adopting or foster care? And if they're against it, don't move forward, right? You've got to have this is a whole family impact. And so they have to be on board with it. And so that's the number one thing. And then she talks about, just focusing on healthy communication, making sure that, again, that you have an environment where kids can share their opinions, their thoughts, their feelings, and that you're repeatedly asking this. So yeah, it's all about that communication piece, right?
Right. And so if a family is like, I don't know exactly what questions to ask, can they come to us and get some guidance with that and how to approach these conversations with their kids?
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of things about, changes to the attention that kids will receive, because our kids coming in, especially in the beginning, it's just like a newborn, right? When you have a newborn, they take all of your time and energy, right? And it's the same thing, whether they're, 8, 15, 17. That beginning time is just about adjustment. And so there's a lot of attention. So how do kids feel about that? How are you going to build in time with your kids, individually, and make sure that they still get that one-on-one attention that they need? It's about, space, right? Are there belongings that you don't want to have to share? What can we do with those? Can we make sure, sharing bedrooms, if they're going to have to share bedrooms, are they okay with that? Right. So it's asking all of those different questions.
Right. And we have such great counseling services here at Christian Family Care. Do you recommend a family going through some counseling with the biological children, even throughout the process of adopting? Do you recommend that at all?
Yeah, we do recommend it sometimes, particularly if we see some things going on. And that's one of the things I think a lot of families do stop the process for, is as they go through this, they start to realize, oh, wait, there's something going on and I need to put attention to my family first. Yeah. And so they will focus on that. But we absolutely have the counseling available, and it's a great opportunity just to open those lines of communication.
Do you have any practical tips for families to still make the biological children feel loved and give their special time to them? What are some ways that families can still do that even when they have an adopted child in the picture?
Right. So one is just communicating with the kids ahead of time about the things you're learning in the boot camp, right? About what is the impact of trauma? What can you expect from these kids? The developmental differences. But then building in kind of those pockets of time. We really find that just 10 minutes a day of one-on-one time, if it's consistent and predictable, that's all. It doesn't take hours. We don't have to take them out for the entire day or the weekend. It's just, can you give them 10 minutes where they are the center and you are just focusing on them? And you're not asking questions. You're not teaching. You're not correcting. You're just spending that time with them. And so, it depends on the age of your child, whether maybe you're coloring a picture and using the same crayons they, and colors they use. Maybe you're listening to their music. Maybe you're going to Starbucks for their drink. But, just something where it's focused on them.
That's such a great, taking them out for a walk, let's say, hey, let's go for a quick walk together and talk about your day at school, or go out for lunch with just you and them. I just love that. That's such great advice there. Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up?
Yeah, I would just say share this journey with your kids. Know that this is going to change their world for a positive, though. Okay. When we fostered, we didn't adopt. That wasn't our calling, but I wanted our kids to see that there's life outside of the bubble that they were used to, and it will change them forever. And despite the hard stuff, my kids still ask all the time, when are we going to foster again? When are we going to take? They knew that they were making a difference. And so just know that they're there, and they will often be so incredibly resilient. You wouldn't even it just is amazing to see the change in them.
Thanks for sharing that. That's so special. And thanks for joining us again this week. And you can always get more information on our website and head over to understandingadoption.org. We've got an upcoming orientation session on November 29th at 6 p.m. right here at Christian Family Care. You can also join virtually. So check that out again, understandingadoption.org. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.